Hey guys, it's Paul. I'm having my first coffee of the day, and I thought I'd do a coffee with Paul and Ray. Come here, Ray. Come here, baby. Coffee with Paul and Ray, where we just talk nonsense for 5 minutes, isn't it, Ray? You get it all the time, mate, don't you? You get my nonsense full time, or whenever I'm looking after him. But I wanted to talk to you about just get started, like stuff like this. At some point, you've just got to give things a try. Coffee with Paul might happen for one video. Something else will come along and I'll think about something else. But if you read a great book called The Art of War, no, The War of Art. Yes, The Art of War is the famous one, Sun Tzu. But The War of Art is Stephen Pressfield. And he's talking about a thing called resistance. Everybody suffers from a thing called resistance where you want to do something, but something stops you. There's a hidden thing that's just resistance. And if you think about it too long, you'll never get anything done. So just start. I mean, look, made a coffee, put microphone in, turned camera on, and just went for it. You know, it's not. If I look at myself and I think, oh, well, you don't look great, and you need a shave as always, and they might not listen, and they might slag you off. So what? Slag me off in comments. It generally doesn't happen. You have got to get going at what you want to do. And the War of Art, and then the follow-up book, the really small books. If you look them up, I'll put a link to them. Turning Pro, and basically, Steve in Turning Pro, he says no. In War of Art, he says something like he just sits down. He's a writer. Obviously, he's a writer. He wrote a book. Every morning, he just sits down and he starts typing. He does his thing, gets his coffee, prays to the muse, and starts typing. He says he types. He writes for 4 or 5 hours. He says when he starts making mistakes, that's when he just stops. Says he closes his laptop and he goes on with the rest of his life. 5 hours. Closes his laptop and goes on with the rest of his life. He says, I've done my work. I don't care if it's good, if it's crap. He just knows he's done his 5 hours of writing. He's done his work for that day. And then he goes off and enjoys his life. You know, he just sits down in the morning and does his work. He beats resistance at that point. And that's what we've all got to do. What you want to do is to be a great artist or something, you've got to do your art every day. You've got to turn pro, which is the second book, and that is, you know, what was he saying? Something like, you know, that the amateur golfer just turns up and recreationally plays. The pro practices every day. The pro. So why can't the amateur practice like a pro? All right, you might not have enough time, but if you want to be good, then you've got to turn up every day. And if you want to be good at something like that, you can learn something every day. Even if you haven't got time to go and play, you can read the books, you can take the videos. I'm smiling because I'm about to tell you to stop watching videos. You can do something every day to move yourself forward towards your goal. So set what you want, define what you want. There's plenty of things on goal setting. You know, set a big time goal and just go for it. Decide what you want. And that is the target. And then you've got to start watching these videos. You've got to, if you consume a video, if you're sat there watching YouTube videos, or somebody tell me how to do this, somebody tell me how to make money, somebody tell me how to get healthy. Watching a video on how to get healthy is not going to get you healthy. Going out and doing stuff, or eating healthy, or living healthy, will get you healthy. But watching videos on how to get healthy, unless you're working out to them. So, thanks for watching, but stop watching. I want to get people to a point where they don't need to watch anything. They're just so busy doing their thing that once you get to a point of creation, you're still going to learn stuff, but spend a lot of time creating and less time consuming. I noticed that with me, I wake up and the laptop's there and it's Facebook and emails and the phone, and then TV goes on. There's 24-hour news, 24-hour sports news, movies on demand, TV on demand. Everything's consumed. It's time to put stuff out now. It's time for us to start creating. You know, there's a good thing that my friend Laurie teaches, Bob Proctor's Thinking to Results. We don't compete, we create. And if you think about it, whenever you're playing golf or whenever you're at work or whatever you're doing, everybody thinks I'm competing with somebody. I'm competing. You're not. If you start thinking I'm going to create something, if I just create great shots all the time at golf, if I create a great round, whatever the other person's doing, I'm happy if they're playing well, but I'm creating stuff. And if I create enough greatness, if I create every day, I'll get better and better at creating, which will make me better and better at creating, which if all I do is create and I don't compete, and if I create good stuff for you every day, then I'll be in a good place, won't I? So, I don't know, I've got my Just Do Right t-shirt on. It always motivates me to just do stuff like this, you know, just get on camera, just do it, you know. You're not going to get slagged off for following your dreams. You're not going to get bad comments if what you're doing is trying to, you know, if you want to be a singer and you're YouTubing yourself every day learning a new song, it's going to take a real arsehole to write "you suck" or "you're ugly" or whatever, "you're fat" or whatever you think they're going to say. You can't sing. Well, that's great because it's a YouTube series on how to learn a song and you know, whatever it might be. Just do it and see what happens. The fear of what might happen is generally not what you need to worry about. You know, things that you need to worry about, you won't see coming. That'll be a phone call you get that somebody, and I hope you don't get it, someone's ill or someone's, you know, I'm not even going to talk about it because I don't want to give any negative waves out on what might happen. But the things to worry about, you don't know anything about at this time. Worrying about what you look like on camera, worrying about what people might say. If this is what you want to do, and this is, you know, I want to live a life of freedom. You know, I want to live a rich life of freedom where I do what I want to do. I get up at what time I want to do. But there's a $2 million question. Here's the thing. I never thought I'd go down there with this video, but if you're looking to decide what you want to do and you haven't decided, and all these people are saying to you, what do you want to be when you grow up? There's a $2 million question. My friend Laurie, who teaches Thinking into Results, asked this question when anybody's stuck. Imagine you have all the houses you want paid for. So you've got a house in Portugal, a house in Miami, a house in wherever. You've got all the cars on the drive paid for. There's a Ferrari and a Aston Martin, they're all paid for. Everything's paid for. You've been on the holidays, trips around the world, trips of a lifetime. You've done them. They're paid for, finished. You've been on them. And now what do you do with your day? What do you do? What do you create during your day? You've got all the money you need. What do you do and create? I know that I'd be creating training courses or something, teaching people what I did or how I got to that point, or just something I knew. You know, if I had all the money in the bank, I'd still be doing this. I'd still be doing a YouTube video on why don't you just get started and start watching YouTube videos. So ask yourself a $2 million question. If I had everything I wanted paid for, everything, money in the bank, what am I doing with my day? What am I actually sitting and doing? Is that what? And then just work towards that. Just work towards it. Imagine in your head that it's already happened, right? So in the $2 million question, you've put yourself in the $10 million house in wherever it is, with the cars on the drive, and the wife or husband, kids, dog, and you've put yourself in that place already. So now imagine, right now, what do I do with my day? What's my job? Right? Bill Gates still works. Zuckerberg still works. I don't know, rich people. Bloomberg. There's more rich people than that, isn't there? But they all still work, don't they? They don't all just go, I've got loads of money, that's it, I'll go and sit on a beach somewhere. You have to have purpose. There's got to be a purpose to doing stuff, a reason for doing stuff. You probably hate your job because there's no purpose to it. So, wow, that was the first coffee with Paul. That I just thought I'd switch it on and see what happens. Even if I'm only telling myself, the beauty of me telling you is I'm always listening. So, have a great day. Have a great weekend. If you're watching it, this is Friday morning. You know, I just want you to pick a target and go for it. Pick a target you're happy with. Don't beat yourself up about negative thoughts, negative things that might happen. Don't spend any time worrying about them because they're not worth your energy. They're just going to sap your energy. Get on target. Stay on target. Go to work. Just go do it. And then turn pro at that thing. So whatever it might be, you need to turn pro and go for it. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. If you've come this far, comment, Ray's eating a leaf. And the door. No, comment Ray's eating a leaf. Ray's eating a leaf. I realise I've got a Yorkshire accent when I watch these things back. But thanks for watching. See you soon, guys.